So one of the hard things about being a filmmaker, especially in this day and age of content creation, is that you get caught up in this mindset where you need to be constantly creating things and constantly putting things out, which just isn't a reality when you're making a film. It's a long process. It takes time, and to kind of satisfy that desire to have things out and have content that people can see, the poetry visuals and poetry shorts have always been sort of an outlet for me in between the larger projects, just to satisfy the need to have something out and to be able to share and have people respond to the work. With this particular short film or poetry visual, When Everything Is Possible, I wanted to kind of just create something that kind of takes you into what it's like to write a project and to visualize a scene in your mind, into every detail. What does the room look like and what's in the room? What's the vibe? All these things that you think about before you even get to your characters and start to identify, who's in the scene and what is their goal, what are they hoping to accomplish, and what's the obstacles. So When Everything Is Possible is just about a guy and a girl who've been seeing each other for a while now. The guy is very reserved and keeps himself distant from anything that could be possibly romantic and true, and the girl also struggles with romance and intimacy. And I think they were both comfortable with each other because they thought these things wouldn't come about. It would just sort of be a fling, and now the fling is turned into this thing. And so they're at this moment, very much like the so moment in the film, The Awkward Moment, if you've ever watched. But instead of it being one person kind of saying so, they're both kind of saying so. It's the moment where you recognize that something has gone from this little thing to this big thing, to something that was not necessarily insignificant, but it didn't have the weight of importance when they went to sleep that it did when they wake up. So I think that's a fun situation to document and to take a look at, and hopefully it's a cool perspective to see into the mind of a writer such as myself, and where I go to create certain things. So When Everything Is Possible, coming out April 18th. We shot it last weekend and we're getting it out the next week, and that is to satisfy that content need. Like, what have you done lately? What have you done lately? And just personally, I don't really care for that be like kind of stuff. I don't see myself making that like, oh, when your girl be mad, she'd be like, or when you come home late, it'd be like, not really my thing. So I feel like this is more of a dive into character, more of a scene study, if you will. It's always great for me to get an opportunity to shoot and be behind camera, which is something I love so much. I think it's a good opportunity for actors as well. I meet a lot of actors who are always saying that, they can't book gigs because they don't have a reel, but you need to book gigs in order to build a reel, and it's this catch-22. And I feel like, a lot of the poetry visuals are a chance for an actor to have some material that they could put into a reel where you're not struggling on a set with 10 other actors and you only get one line. Here's a chance for you to be featured and to deal with content that hopefully really says something, enough to where you can put in a great performance and get something out of it for yourself. So hopefully you enjoy the short, and if there's any actors watching who are in that situation, who are looking for material for the reel, hit me up. I have a lot of poetry visuals that I want to get out, and they're so easy to do. They're so quick to do. We shot this in an hour. So, you can take an hour out of your day and really make something impactful. So shout out to Dia Annette Brown and Brandon Berry, and please go watch and share. Peace.